Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network's presentation of Heritage Conference Boys Varsity Basketball this evening, featuring the West Shamokin Wolves hosting the Marion Center Stingers. My name is Josh Schreckengoss. Thanks for tuning in tonight to High Top Sports Network. Dave Hartman to my right on the camera, and a Heritage Conference West matchup tonight. West Shamokin with a conference record of 3-6 coming into this one. Marion Center behind them in fourth place at 2-8. The standings in the Heritage Conference West: United has clinched a semifinal berth with a 9-1 record. River Valley right behind them at 8-2. Then you've got the Wolves at 3-6. Marion Center 2-8, tied with Homer Center, also 2-8. And then on the other side, in the east of the Boys Heritage Conference standings, Portage undefeated at 10-0. They have obviously clinched a semifinal berth. The Heritage Conference Championships at the KCAC. Cambria Heights then right in second place there, 5-5, and you got three teams that are all jammed together in the east. Cambria Heights at 5-5, Northern Cambria 4-5, then Penns Manor also at 4-5. So that second semifinal spot in the east still very much up for grabs. We would like to thank this evening's scoreboard sponsor for their continued support of High Top Sports Network and our coverage of Heritage Conference and West Shamokin Athletics. And that is Phoenix Physical Therapy, Laurel Valley, and Katanning. Three great locations for Phoenix in our area. The Portage branch has also sponsored High Top Sports Network. But check out Phoenix Physical Therapy, Laurel Valley, and Katanning. In Laurel Valley, you're going to want to ask for Brian Brooks. He will take care of you. Great staff there. Get you back on your feet, recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury. PhoenixPhysicalTherapy.com to make your appointment. In Katanning, call for Damon Fermani. The phone number is down there on the scoreboard on your screen. So thanks to Phoenix for being a wonderful sponsor here of High Top Sports Network. The handshakes with the captains ongoing right now in the front of your screen. Down there for the Wolves, Nico Buffone and Sean McCullough. And for the Stingers, well, this is interesting. The roster that I was handed does not have a number 12 on it. So maybe I shouldn't go with this one, but Coach gave it to me. He said, you can have it as long as you give it back. I want to give it back right now because there's no number 12. So we're going to try and pull this up real fast. Maybe I could find it somewhere else. In fact, you know, I might go down and take a photo of the book right now just to make sure I have everything confirmed. So I'll be right back. I'll take a picture of the book and be right back. Well, the roster that I was handed was the JV roster, hence there being no number 12. And that was Evan Reisinger out there with Dawson Bracken. Those are the captains for the Marion Center Stingers. We are going to get the national anthem and the starting lineups coming up here shortly, as West Shamokin Athletic Director Dan Spencer reads the PIAA mandated sportsmanship message. Pretty good crowd here. Local rivals, the Wolves and Stingers, not separated by much distance, so a fair amount of green and yellow here in the stands where we are set up. And a pretty good turnout on the West Shamokin side and in the student section. Looking pretty full tonight, so should be a loud atmosphere. Starting lineups upcoming. Dan Spencer announcing the starting lineups. Dawson Bracken. Evan Reisinger. Those were the two captains. I'm trying to get the photo up of the roster that I just took, and I'm getting some weird Google message. But I was corrected. It's not green and yellow. It is green and gold. Corrected by Marion Center alum and High Top Sports Network's founding father, Joe Rhodes. A stinger always at heart, so it was green and gold. Apologies to Mr. Rhodes and the contingent of Marion Center fans that I'm sitting around. Starting lineups here for the Wolves. Braden Rogers, Ezra Osterling, Nico Buffone, Devin Hatch-Cousins, and Sean McCullough. Alrighty, about to get this one underway. Wolves coming off a pretty nice win over Northern Cambria last week to end the week, and that was a good thing for West Shamokin to kind of get a high-scoring output. They've been struggling to score buckets against some of the top teams in the Heritage. United and Portage were here for both of those games, and it was a tough go, so it was nice to see the Wolves get back on track offensively against the Colts at the end of the week last week. That upped their record to 6-10 overall. As mentioned, 3-6 in Heritage Conference play. Opening tip controlled by the Wolves as Rogers wins it back to McCullough, and we are underway here from the Wolves' Den in Rural Valley, Pennsylvania. Thanks, as always, to the fine folks here at West Shamokin, always hospitable and helpful. And as mentioned numerous times by myself, the best prices for the quality at any concession stand. And a turnover there by the Wolves as Buffone got into some trouble underneath the hoop, tried to kick it out, and an errant pass. So a turnover for the Wolves on their first possession. Inbound by Noah McCoy to Evan Reisinger, number 12. Swings it over Cameron Pack, number 32. Reisinger trying to get it underneath to number 4, Camden Rozier. That was knocked out of bounds by Hatch-Cousins. Noah McCoy on the inbound. Drops it underneath, tied up under the hoop was Cameron Pack. So that jump ball forced by the Wolves. Possession to the Stingers. Three ball up from the wing. That one's off. That shot taken by Camden Rozier. Oh, a little runner in the lane. Nice shot there. Going across his body was Noah McCoy for the first bucket of the game. Good shot by the Stingers guard. Little runner right across the free throw line. That's a tough shot to make, but he buried it. So first bucket to Marion Center. Buffon had 13 points in that game against Northern Cambria, but another turnover there by Nico Buffon. That's 2 on him already. That first pass where he got trapped under the hoop, threw it between his teammates, and that was looking for a cutter that never came. 6:30 left here in the first quarter, thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and Katanning. Turnover right there by the Stingers. McCullough comes out of there with it, got numbers. Nice little dish to Rogers, up and in for the layup. And we're tied at 2, early going first quarter. Nice bucket in transition there by the Wolves after the turnover by the Stingers. McCullough, good dish on the bounce pass to Rogers. Into the lane, going for that runner again, but fouled hard. And sent crashing to the floor was Noah McCoy. That foul is going against Nico Buffon. His first. 6:03 left here first quarter. We'd also like to thank Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments Incorporated. Great sponsor. And Nicola Ann Photography, our player of the game sponsor tonight. So Nicola Ann took all of the West Shamokin boys and girls basketball photos. They're up here on the wall at the Wolves Den. Just tremendous work. She does a lot of sports teams in the Western Pennsylvania area, as that is up and good by McCoy. They make it 3-2. 1 of 2 from the line for McCoy. So Wolves still have not attempted a shot. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for West Shamokin. Well, excuse me, obviously Rogers attempted a shot. He made a layup in transition, but 2 set offensive possessions for the Wolves and haven't gotten a shot off yet in their set offense. West Shamokin being very patient against that Marion Center zone, which is moving well, cutting off lanes. Dropped inside to McCullough. He kicks it. Buffon, open 3-ball up, no good. Hit the back iron, and out of there with it is McCoy coming the other way. McCoy being guarded by Rogers. Cut off that pass up top to Rozier. And a foul right there by Osterling. Inbound play, Stingers with the ball. Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Inside, all alone is McCoy. And he gets the bucket underneath. McCoy just slipped behind that West Shamokin defense. And he's got all 5 for the Stingers. Noah McCoy playing in the middle of that 3-2 zone. So West Shamokin, aside from a layup by Braden Rogers in transition after a turnover, haven't gotten much going offensively. Underneath to Osterling, drops it off to Hatch Cousins. He goes up and scores. Difficult bucket there by Devin Hatch Cousins. Nice little handoff pass by Osterling. And the Wolves are within 1. Driving hard, up, tough shot. And putting it in, Evan Reisinger. The stop and the little floater by Reisinger. So the first Stinger other than McCoy to get a bucket here in the first quarter. McCullough, deep 3, up, in and out. Hatch Cousins was up there for that rebound, but smacked away and out of bounds by McCoy. So West Shamokin ball as Travis Johns checks in. Johns, a 6-foot sophomore. He's going to inbound the ball here for the Wolves. McCullough, high post there to Hatch Cousins. Buffon, another open three, and that one's no good. And the rebound by McCoy. So West Shamokin has had a couple of good looks from long distance, just unable to cash them in. Buffon 0 for 2 from long range. McCullough took a very long three. Oh, that pass through the middle, stolen away by Osterling. And McCullough leads the charge back the other way after the turnover. Good hands by Osterling, and McCullough takes a bump right there from Reisinger. So foul on Evan Reisinger. That is Marion Center's first of the game. And, well, they are going to give Marion Center the ball here. The number up there on the scoreboard is 11 for the foul, but there are no 11s for West Shamokin. Oh, Devin Hatch Cousins, excuse me. So Hatch Cousins gets the foul called against him when it looked like McCullough was actually fouled at the top of the key. Another little runner right there by McCoy. No good. Hatch Cousins trying to rip that ball away from number 24, J.J. Ferrero. And the jump ball. Well, nope, they got a foul on Ferrero. 2:37 left, first quarter. Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley, our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Information right there by those scores. You need to make a physical therapy or rehabilitation appointment after an injury. Check out our friends at Phoenix. They will help you recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after your injury. Hatch Cousins up, a lot of contact there. McCoy getting whistled for the foul, so don't think they'll overturn that one and give it to West Shamokin. First foul, second they have up there for Marion Center. Well, after Hatch Cousins was called for that foul on the play where McCullough and Reisinger collided, they had no fouls up there for the Stingers as Hatch Cousins misses the first. Now they have two. So it's getting confusing. Hatch Cousins up with the second. No good. Osterling there with the board, though. Nice offensive rebound by Ezra Osterling. Score remains 7-4. Three ball up by Alex Talmadge, and there's Osterling again. Another offensive rebound. Oh, they're going to get Osterling for the travel, but working hard inside and underneath Ezra Osterling. And Reisinger will bring it up the court for the Stingers. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Man-to-man defense here by the Wolves. McCoy now guarded by Rogers. That is a long two, and banked off the front of the rim by Cameron Pack. Other way come the Wolves. Talmadge inside to Rogers. Rogers up, no good. Gets his own rebound and scores. Braden Rogers brings it back to a one-point game. After he got his own rebound, that's 4 for Rogers. Oh, McCoy saves it back into the middle of the court. Ball loose. And Osterling comes up with it. West Shamokin has numbers. Osterling drops it off to Rogers, off glass. And the Wolves are in the lead for the first time. 8-7 West Shamokin. We are under a minute to play in the first quarter. And into the game with the ball right there, number 23, Mason Desmond. Marion Center not holding for the final shot as McCoy puts up a contested jumper. In there fighting for the rebound as Pack drops it off to Desmond. Easy bucket. Nice play there by Cameron Pack to grab the board, and then the no-look drop pass underneath to Mason Desmond for the points. Marion Center back on top, 9-8. Final 10 seconds left here in the opening quarter. McCullough, hesitation, gets in, and the layup sticks. McCullough gets it right before the buzzer. Nice hesitation dribble by the West Shamokin senior to get that layup right before the final buzzer. West Shamokin on top 10-9 as we get ready to head to the second quarter here on High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengust alongside Dave Hartman, your team tonight here at the Wolves Den. Had a couple of other games on the network this evening, a Kiski area boys-girls doubleheader. Didn't see the final score of the girls game, but Indiana, one of the top girls teams in Western PA, was taking on the Cavaliers, and Indiana was on top by double digits last I looked at it, so would not be surprised if the Little Indians hung on and won that one. And then in the nightcap there, you've got 4A Knock coming in to play 5A Kiski in a non-conference boys matchup. You will see the Knock Knights on the network here later this week as they head to Freeport for a big WPIL 4A Section 1 game. A very close game between those two teams at the beginning of the season. 63-60 Knock came away with the win before the new year. So Freeport certainly wanting a measure of revenge against the Knights. And that one is coming up Friday night, I believe, here on High Top Sports Network. Second quarter underway, 10-9 West Shamokin, and the Wolves start out with possession. Osterling, the swing pass to McCullough, no good on the high arcing three. Hits front rim, and Marion Center controls the rebound. Oh, Hatch Cousins, looked like he got his hand on that pass by Camden Rozier. Oh, look at those hands by Rogers, but then Hatch Cousins turns it right back over. Here's McCoy. Tried to Euro step, it looked like a travel. But they're going to get a foul, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a shooting foul or on the floor. But McCoy was looking like he was trying to, Judd McCullough warned right there, voicing his displeasure. Voicing his displeasure indeed, and warned quickly right there. I don't think McCullough said anything to warrant such a warning, but on a short leash as he draws the bench warning here at 7:16. McCoy hits the first, tied back up at 10. Second, no good. Defensive rebound by Rogers. Coach McCullough wanted an over the back call, and can't necessarily blame him. Nico Buffone getting ready to check back in for the Wolves. Talmadge swings it, dropped in. Osterling, nice second pass, but blocked from behind by McCoy. Goes up and swats it away as Hatch Cousins thought he had an open layup. Buffone back in the game. Osterling has a seat. Inbound play here for the Wolves. Talmadge swings it to the corner. There's Buffone, and he tries to get it over to Rogers, but that pass swatted down and stolen. Well, trying to get it inside. Oh my goodness! Reisinger went face first into the wall right over by where the Wolf is painted on. And he couldn't get his hands out in front of him, and Definitely made contact with his face on the cement wall. So hopefully that, yeah, Dave Hartman with the classic Tommy Boy line. That is going to leave a mark. Well, good to see Reisinger okay. He definitely smacked into that wall. I don't see any blood. So no harm, no foul there on the Wolf painted on the cement wall. So tied up at 10 here. We are approaching 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Buffone gets it over to McCullough. Pass on the three. All the way to Talmadge in the corner. That three ball up and good. Alex Talmadge, the freshman off the bench, bangs home a big triple. And West Shamokin is on top by 3. Into the lane, tough shot by Reisinger, but he banks it home. So Reisinger with the pull-up just inside the free throw line, able to bank it in on a tough shot, contested there nicely by the Wolves, but able to finish Evan Reisinger. Loose ball, Rogers jumps on top of it, and they call a jump ball here. Possession goes to the Stingers. So the slimmest of leads here for the Wolves, 1 point, as Devin Hatch-Cousins gets the shoelaces tied and heads back to the defensive end for the Wolves. So Cameron Pack will bring it up the court. Guarded by Nico Buffone, and Buffone got his hands up there. Not sure if he got a piece of it, but the ball came in short. And Hatch-Cousins came up with it, so good defense there by the Wolves. And a little bunched up there in the corner. Got to swing it around. Loosen things up a little bit against that zone. McCullough going to pull a three. No good. Back iron. Fight for the offensive board. Buffone, good hustle. But able to keep it in is McCoy. Buffone hustling to that corner. Threw behind the back pass. Pack going to pull a three. No good. Way long. McCullough grabs the air ball. And there's Talmadge in the corner. He passes on it. McCullough into the lane. Corner three from Buffone. And it rattles around in and out. So West Shamokin just unable to land that second punch from three-point land. Talmadge hit one. Tough drive right there. Up no good. Rebounded by Buffone. That was Rosier. Rogers, a little short pull-up. He's way long, so getting a little sloppy here over the past couple of minutes. Neither team really looking all that skilled on the offensive end right now. McCoy, he's cut off. Here's a steal by Hatch-Cousins. He's going to go in, challenge, and Hatch-Cousins puts the brakes on, slows it down, and allows Desmond to fly right by. Nice play by Devin Hatch-Cousins. Didn't go in there full speed, downshifted a little bit, and Desmond went flying right past him. So Wolves back up by 3. Pack working, trying to get his shot off, and it sticks. Shooter's roll by Cameron Pack. As he worked his way into the lane, little spin off 1 foot, the Dirk Nowitzki jumper where 1 foot is up and 1 foot is still on the court. Oh, good look by Sean. Yes, McCullough finds Rogers all alone on the block for the bucket. So Wolves starting to find it offensively. Great pass there by McCullough. Oh, another nice look on the other end. That one from Reisinger to McCoy. So both teams going back and forth right now. .220 left in the first half. Talmadge to Buffone in the corner and get it back up top to McCullough. And approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Down low to Hatch Cousins, kick it back out to McCullough. McCullough, a little runner. No good. Rogers comes over the top. Tried to take it away from Rozier. But the Stingers come out of there with it. 1:30 left in the first half. 3-ball up from McCoy, and it's good. Back in front are the Stingers after that pretty-looking release by Noah McCoy. 3-ball from the corner. Now a 2-point lead for the Stingers. McCullough, he's going to pull a three, try and answer. No good. Hatch Cousins the rebound. He's short on the jump hook. And Hatch Cousins picks up a foul as he tried to, I don't know what he was trying to do. He just swatted it out of bounds there. And he came over the back to do it, and that's a foul. So not what you want if you're head coach Judd McCullough. That's the second foul on Hatch Cousins, so he's going to take a seat. .106 remaining in the first half. 19-17. Stingers on top of the Wolves here in Heritage Conference. Boys varsity basketball action. Josh Reckengoss with you here on High Top Sports Network. Dave Hartman to my right here in the Wolves' Den. And will Marion Center hold for the last possession? They didn't in this same position in the first quarter. Baseline, Reisinger, and that might have been off the hand of his teammate and out of bounds, and I believe it was, as that one hit Kane Mattis, freshly into the game, number 3. Hit him in the right hand and bounced away, 26.9 seconds left. So now the Wolves have a chance to hold for the final shot and either get a chance to tie it up, maybe take the lead with a 3. They've only hit one from long distance despite several attempts. Well, we're down to 5 seconds. We're going to see what's going on here. Talmadge going to fire a 3. No good. That's long. And that wasn't much of a set play offensively there. McCullough just dribbled for about 18 seconds at the top of the key, and then Talmadge a contested 3 from the near wing here. So that's going to bring us to halftime. 19-17. Marion Center on top of West Shamokin. Heritage Conference East Boys Varsity Basketball. And I think we're going to have some of the little dudes out here playing. I see some youngsters with pennies on, and well, one of the teams says Bobcats, so you know that's Elderton. The Bobcats versus the Wolves. I wonder what grade this is. What are you thinking? 6th? West Shamokin 6th graders, they got some big boys out there. I think Elderton no, they have 6. Well, Elderton's got some height too. 6th grade, that's that weird time, you never know. Well, at halftime of the varsity game, 19-17, Marion Center on top. And they have been led by Noah McCoy. He has 11 points in this one. On the other side of the score sheet, Braden Rogers with 8 to lead the Wolves. Dave, you going to follow along with these guys? Let the folks out there watch the 6th grade Elderton and West Shamokin boys. Oh man, it's just a massive humanity. They just go flying after each other, flying after the ball. Hands everywhere. Oh, that wasn't a double dribble, bud. He could have held on to it there. He could have passed. Well, they have set plays. That's more than what we had in 6th grade. Pulling it. I think we have some confusion here on who's actually calling the violations or whatever. Oh, nearly a steal right there. Oh, yeah, using that height. But Shamokin gets their own rebound. I like that they have the names on the pennies. Yeah. Should have asked for a roster, you're right. Oh, tied up with his own teammate there. Oh, they laughed it off. I think that's Bowser and Cribbs, the two big guys for the Wolves. Got their feet dangled up going for that rebound. Trying to get all the way there. Krizmanich dribbles off his leg and picked up by the Bobcats. Suffocating D here, Dave, by the West Shamokin 6th graders. Oh, the runner, back iron. Gets his own rebound. Going up strong. What a steal by the Wolves. Krizmanich going in for the right-handed layup, but rejected. What hustle by Newhouse to get back down the court for the big block. Bobcats keeping this a scoreless tie. I am correct, right? Nobody scored yet. Yeah. Oh, nice little entry pass right there. Up and good! Big number 1, Cribbs. Hits the lay-in. And the Wolves with a 2-0 lead. Oh, man, Cribbs just puts both hands up. Great position. Gets the block, and big man hands it off after doing his job defensively. Well, Krizmanich going to take it again. That's off the side of the backboard. Elderton down 2-0. Oh, that ball knocked out of bounds. Oh, I think that should have been Elderton ball. Yep. Call is correct. Well, young Curry, looking like Steph Curry, firing from long distance in the offensive rebound, put back by number 14, Baird. Hey, it's not every day I get to call a 6th grade basketball game. The varsity team's out of the locker room, waiting to get on here and warm up, which I'm sure they'll be granted a couple of minutes. Oh, Moore inside to Cribbs. He's trying to pass it. Knocked away, stolen. Oh, long pass up the court. Big collision. Oh, look, he's tough. He's up. He's good. He's good. Well, I'll tell you what. That one, that's going to, that's more scary than it is painful. I think he's kind of got the look of like, what just happened to me? Not that he's in pain so much as in shock. That would have been a pass interference penalty on the football field. Newhouse slashing, too strong. Ball on the court, Chris Manich. Good hustle, getting on the floor. Oh, the pull-up, too long. Offensive rebound, though, by the Wolves. Oh, nearly a travel. Oh, no good on the jumper. Baird rips down the board. Crossover by Newhouse, gets all the way in. Too far under the rim right there, I would say. Yeah, fired it off the bottom of the rim. I think next basket probably wins this one. I know. Buffon Davies pulls up the dribble, hands off to Krsmanic. Krsmanic thinking about it, working against Newhouse. Gets it inside. Oh, Cribbs using that size. Rebounded by Bowser. Krsmanic, pull up. Oh, in and out. And rebounded by Newhouse. He's coming the other way. Oh, Newhouse, the turnover. Stolen. Here's shots. It's good. Shots, hits the shot. And that might turn out to be the game winner. We're going to see when they call this game. Here's Johns. No good. Cribbs got in there. Good defense. And he pulls down the rebound as well. So West Shamokin up 4-2 on Elderton. 6th grade hoops. Here at halftime between West Shamokin and Marion Center. Oh, Bowser didn't go up with it. Baird right there to cut him off. Shots tried to save that ball and ends up under the 50-50 table. Well, Krsmanic on the reach right there on Curry. Curry tried to get it into Baird. Well, good hustle there by Newhouse. Working for it against Krsmanic. Good sportsmanship there. And the youngsters come off with 1 minute left at halftime. West Shamokin 4, Elderton 2. 6th grade halftime hoops here on High Top Sports Network. Bet you didn't think when you tuned in tonight that you'd get to hear me announce 6th grade hoops. That's what I'm talking about. I said, are you going to stay with it with the camera? He said, yeah. So I figured, why not do my job as well? It's great they had the names on the back of the pennies, so could make it sound like I actually knew what I'm talking about. So the final seconds of the halftime break tick away. Heading to the third quarter. Marion Center leads 19-17. Nice. Well, the man sitting right next to me, right to my left, won the 50-50. So I feel like I should be partially compensated for bringing the good luck. He offered a hot dog. I'm not going to say no, folks. Buffon up for three. Rattles around. Hatch Cousins gets the offensive rebound. No good. Rogers. Oh, blocked down on a thunderous rejection. Wow, Rogers went back up, and Camden Rozier sent him down to the court and sent his shot away. Travel called on McCoy. So an eventful first 42 seconds. Inside to Rogers, up, no good, gets his own board, knocked away from behind by McCoy. A technical called on West Shamokin head coach John McCullough. He had already been warned in the first half. So it's 7:01 here in the third quarter. West Shamokin head coach John McCullough teed up. And to the line to shoot. The technical foul will be Dawson Bracken. Bracken so far scoreless in this game. That one up and good. First point of the second half. Well, first 2 points of the second half go to Marion Center on the technical foul. Bracken hits both. Now the Stingers will have possession. So Coach McCullough warned in the first half and then teed up less than a minute into the second half. And I got to tell you, I don't really blame him at all. There's been a ton of contact under the hoop and a lot of over-the-back type stuff and not being called. McCoy passes on the three. That little runner again, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Ezra Osterling comes out of there with it. Here's McCullough pushing up the court. McCullough kicks it to Buffon in the corner. Three ball, no good. McCullough finds it. Here's Rogers, short jumper, no good. And too strong right now are the Wolves. Down 4 points. Hatch Cousins knocked that pass away. Reisinger trying to get it back out to Rozier. .606 left, third quarter. Marion Center up 4. Heritage Conference. Boys varsity basketball here on High Top Sports Network. Thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy. Rural Valley and Katanning as that shot by Pack ends up being too strong, and Talmadge comes down with the rebound. Rogers going to have an open three in the corner, and it's good! So finally the Wolves find one from distance. They've been taking a lot of shots from three, and only 2 have gone in so far. One by Talmadge in the first half, and now one by Rogers here. That makes it a 1-point game. McCoy trying to get into the lane, kicks it to the corner. Reisinger for three, and in and out. Talmadge fighting for the board, and they're going to say it's out off Rozier. So West Shamokin a chance to take the lead on this possession. (21-20) Stingers on top. Just about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Pull up by Osterling, and it sticks! Rattled all the way around the rim. That pull-up jumper by Ezra Osterling. Confident pull there by Ezra. Got the shooter's roll, and it falls, and West Shamokin back on top by a point. Spin move, Pack in the lane, tough shot, in and out. Rebounded by McCullough, but stolen away by Pack. Nobody let McCullough know that Pack was behind him. And a long distance three, way short. Reisinger finds the air ball and lays it in with the left hand. So now the Stingers back on top by a point. Boy, that three ball was from well deep there by Bracken and came up well short, but Reisinger in the right spot. Hatch Cousins, again, drawing a lot of attention down there in the block. Gets it out to Talmadge, three ball, top of the key, no good. Rogers, rebound, goes up for the reverse, and finishes Braden Rogers, now with 13 of West Shamokin's 24 points. And an offensive foul charge taken by Alex Talmadge. That one going against Cameron Pack. .339 left here in the third quarter. Rogers now leading all scorers with 13 points following that offensive rebound and then the reverse layup putback. McCullough gonna pull a three, it's good! Sean McCullough from long distance. And now the West Shamokin lead is up to 4. McCullough looked off, it's kind of like a quarterback looking off a safety. Looked as if he was gonna pass it, walked right up to the top of the key. And swished that long three. As Buffon gets ready to check back in, McCoy thought about the pull-up three and passes on it. Osterling smacks the ball away, but it ends up bouncing off of Osterling and out of bounds. Knocked it away from number 24, J.J. Ferrero of the Stingers. McCoy, they're doing a good job closing out on him and not allowing him those looks. McCoy tries to get in the lane, up and down. That'll be a travel. McCoy trying to get into the middle right there, and Buffon held his ground, and it just forced McCoy to go up and come down without being able to get a shot off. Top of the key, Buffon, swing it around to McCullough. Inside, Hatch Cousins drops it off to Osterling, and he's fouled from behind by Pack. So that is Pack's first, team second here in the second half. McCullough trying to get past a man and stolen, turned over, pass ahead to Pack. He goes up with the left and scores. Costly turnover there by the Wolves. That was a good steal by Ian Kutch, and then a nice outlet pass by Kutch. Nice pass, backdoor Cousins. That's been open a couple of times, and Sean McCullough's been able to find it. Braden Rogers at the scorer's table, getting ready to check back in, and blocked away by Buffone as Ferrero tried to go up with it. Buffone with the rejection. 1:20 left here in the third quarter. Osterland kicks it back out to McCullough. It's good! McCullough feeling it now. And a timeout taken. Full timeout by Marion Center. McCullough now up to 8 points. Couple of big three balls in this third quarter by Sean McCullough. And that has the Wolves up by 7 with 1:10 left in the third quarter. Thanks to our great sponsors this evening, Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and Katanning. Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments Incorporated. And Nicola Ann Photography. Nicola Ann Photography, our player of the game sponsor this evening. A couple of Wolves making a push for that distinction. Rogers has 13 and McCullough has 8, and he has played an excellent all-around game. A couple of big threes in this quarter and good distribution of the ball as well by Sean McCullough. After the timeout, Marion Center inbounds, 1:06 left in this third quarter. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengast and Dave Hartman here with you from the Wolves Den in Rural Valley. Pack trying to get in, and they're going to call foul. That looked like a travel. Even Dave said it was a travel. So that's going to send Cameron Pack to the line. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. 7-point game. Pack in and out. Ball don't lie, as they say. BDL. Second one by Pack, up and no good. So after the questionable foul call, Pack goes 0 for 2 from the line. Final 35 seconds of the third quarter. West Shamokin on top by 7, trying to add to that lead. Inside, Rogers goes up, tough shot. Hatch Cousins skies, gets the offensive rebound, puts it back, and draws the foul. Devin Hatch Cousins hanging in the air, able to snatch that offensive board, went up really quickly, and that's what you want to do if you're a big man. Underneath, getting those offensive boards, go up as fast as you can, keep that ball high. Hatch Cousins did just that, laid it in, took the foul, which was called against Rozier, and trying to make it a three-point play. Foul shot is too strong, but Wolves get the offensive rebound. Here's McCullough. Oh, thought about a three. Timeout called by Coach McCullough. I thought it was also an odd call. I thought he was going to call a travel, and this place would have lost it. But nope, Coach McCullough calls a 30-second timeout with 18.5 seconds left. You are watching High Top Sports Network. No games tomorrow on the network, but on Thursday a triple header. Got Armstrong girls, Freeport girls, I believe West Shamokin girls, I'm not sure. Oh no, we have PIHL hockey. That's the third game on Thursday night. The first place Armstrong Riverhawks will be hosting the Hempfield Spartans at the Belmont Complex. So after you watch some basketball, you can flip it over to hockey here on High Top Sports Network. And then Friday, some boys basketball. Armstrong and Freeport as Rogers scores right there, making an 11-point lead. So West Shamokin has really pulled away here in this third quarter. And that ball's going to stay with the Stingers. 0.5 seconds left. Just enough time to throw it in, catch it, and chuck it. And up and off the top of the backboard. That shot by Reisinger, but a great quarter by the Wolves. As they have stretched their lead to 11 points. Heading in to the final quarter of regulation. Coming out of the huddle, West Shamokin. Marion Center will start with the ball here in the fourth quarter. (36-25) Wolves lead. Fourth quarter now underway, and Stingers are going to have to start chopping some wood right off the rip here in the fourth quarter. They want to get back in this one. Wolves very confident in that third. There's a runner by McCoy. It's blocked away by Rogers. The offensive rebound put up, but no good. And then Rogers comes out of there with the defensive board. Mason Desmond was able to pick up that offensive rebound off the blocked shot, but unable to finish. McCullough tried to get it into Hatch Cousins. Well, tried a scoop shot there, did Rogers. No foul call. And headed the other way are the Stingers. Long three by Pack, and he banks it home. Wow. That's a big one for Marion Center right there, is Cameron Pack. A long three ball up, and he banked it home off glass. Down to an 8-point lead. Buffon in with the scoop. And they call a travel on Nico Buffon, and it looked like 2 steps to me. Buffon just kind of taken aback by that call. And turnover there goes to Buffon and the Wolves. So Stingers now down 8 after Pack banked in that 3. Reisinger going strong to the rim, but ripped away by McCullough. Pack comes up with a loose ball. And they are going to call foul. I think it's going to be on Osterling. Indeed it is on Ezra Osterling. They called a holding foul right there before Pack could make a shot attempt. 6:30 left in regulation. Inbound here for the Stingers. Desmond has his inbound stolen away by Sean McCullough, who goes up with the left hand and scores. Sean McCullough with the big answer to Pack's 3 ball. As he read that inbound pass by Desmond, went up, smacked it away, and took it in. Uncontested layup, and a turnover right there. Pack tried to bounce pass underneath, but it was cut off by the Wolves. And a timeout taken by West Shamokin. Head coach Judd McCullough with 6:02 left here in regulation. Wolves up by 10, 38-28. I'm going to stand up and take a photo for the paper. How about that? Well, I got to tell you, Coach McCullough getting down on the hands and knees, working the whiteboard down there. That was good. I needed to stand up. Forgot the stadium seat. So the buzzer sounds. Timeout over. Wolves and Stingers retake the court. Inbounding for West Shamokin is Nico Buffone. And Pack picks up McCullough in the backcourt. Now Marion Center in that man defense, playing that 3-2 earlier. McCullough, somehow gets it to Hatch Cousins. Pull-up jumper by Rogers, no good. Hatch Cousins in there, fights for it, and pulls down an offensive rebound. Swinging across, Buffone, 3-ball, no good. And Ferrero rips down the board for the Stingers. 5:30 left in regulation. Rogers nearly forced a turnover right there. Double dribble called against Ferrero and a turnover for the Stingers. Buffone inbound Pack right there. And McCullough slowly dribbles it up. Corner shot, Osterling no good. And Rozier out of there with the board. Alex Talmadge getting ready to check back in for West Shamokin. He'll do so on the next stoppage. Baseline Pack against Buffone, but cut off nicely. Three ball up from McCoy, no good. Rozier and Hatch Cousins fight for it. Hatch Cousins. And it goes off the hands of Rozier and out of bounds. Boy, you got to like the play of Devin Hatch Cousins tonight. Working really hard on the glass and defensively. And he's also got 8 points. I'd love to see Hatch Cousins' rebound numbers. And get it ahead. Here comes Buffone. Right past Rozier. Buffone tries to go baseline. And stolen away. Back the other way. Marion Center. Here comes McCoy. He goes up. And that one's going to be waved off. As Sean McCullough takes the charge, but took the worst of that. McCullough down after being plowed into by McCoy. The charge taken. Might have just got the wind knocked out of him. He's kind of holding his midsection, it looks like. And you know, when you're standing there to take those charges, those knees come up. And I'll tell you what, they can catch you right in the solar plexus and you just lose everything. As McCullough helped to his feet by his dad, head coach Chud McCullough. And McCoy being told by Coach McCullough, is that, hey, that's just a basketball play. Sean's okay. 4:28 left here in regulation. Wolves up by 10. So a little full court pressure here by the Stingers, down 10, 4.5 left. Talmadge, whoa, behind the back, nice move there to get away from Pack as he crosses the timeline. And Pack gonna pick up the foul as he bumps Talmadge. And that will be the 5th team foul for the Stingers, second on Pack. Well, Coach McCullough calling for his team to run it until they get a layup. Oh, and that pass. Talmadge was moving before he had possession. And it goes out of bounds. Talmadge checks out. McCullough checks back in. Good to see Sean got his win back and is back out here on the court for the Wolves. Under 4 minutes left in regulation. West Shamokin holding on to that 10-point lead. Stingers with the ball. Hatch Cousins, another steal. Here comes Hatch Cousins up, and he lays it in. Devin Hatch Cousins having himself a night. That is the second steal and breakaway layup Hatch Cousins has had tonight. And he's up to 10 points, 3-ball long by Pack, rebounded by Osterling. Pushing ahead, here's Buffone, he slows it down. Devin Hatch Cousins really playing a nice game tonight for the Wolves. And remember, a couple of offensive rebound putbacks for Hatch Cousins. Tries a little bounce pass to Buffone in traffic right there, tied up. And a full timeout taken by West Shamokin head coach Judd McCullough. 12-point lead, the biggest of the night for West Shamokin. Just 3 minutes and 2 seconds left here for the Stingers to try and mount a comeback. You're watching High Top Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. Josh Renkengost here with you. Dave Hartman to my right. And the Wolves down at the break come storming back here in the second half. Really, the Wolves have been able to stifle Marion Center's offense here in the second half, and that has coincided with West Shamokin starting to hit a couple shots from distance, get a couple buckets in transition, and that offensive confidence grows, and so has the Wolves' lead up to 12 as Marion Center inbounding to the left of their hoop. Oh, excuse me, West Shamokin inbounding to the left of their hoop. And tossed into Osterling. Hand off to Rogers. And swing it over to McCullough. He just slows it down nicely. And that foul is going to be taken by Ferrero. It's going to be 6 on the Stingers. West Shamokin will be shooting a 1-on-1 on the next defensive foul. Second for Ferrero. Well, Buffone tries to get in. Oh, nice look by Rogers. And Hatch Cousins finds the bottom of the bucket once again. Devin Hatch Cousins up to 12. And that was an excellent dish by Braden Rogers. McCoy step back three. Front rim no good. In there fighting for the rebound. McCullough had to take it away though. A lot of contact, but no call. And the Wolves come out of there with it. In there fighting for it was Ian Kutch for the Stingers. And Hatch Cousins again finishes. Another nice look. Another nice setup. Devin Hatch Cousins up to 14. (44-28), 16-point lead. West Shamokin looks as if they will hang on to their 4th Heritage Conference win of the season. Rozier, 3-ball is good. So down to a 13-point lead inbound. Oh, and it's stolen from McCullough by Pack. Pack, and has it stolen by Osterling. Good hustle back by Ezra Osterling. .13 lead here as we approach 1:18 left in regulation. Osterling gets it over to McCullough. Played tightly by Pack, but Pack going to be whistled for the foul, and that's going to send Sean McCullough to the line for a 1-and-1. And McCullough, 10 points tonight. That one way long on the free throw. No good. Pack just tosses it towards the rim. Buffoon comes in for the rebound. Double team here by McCullough, double teamed, by McCoy and Pack, but able to spin and dribble through it. Rogers drops it off Hatch Cousins. And right now, just taking the air out of the ball are the Wolves. Up by 13. Marion Center electing not to foul, so that's most likely as McCoy steals Osterling's pass. Hatch Cousins with the hands. And McCullough calling off Hatch Cousins, telling him not to score. Rogers goes up and scores and is fouled. And Coach McCullough looking down to the Marion Center bench and saying, well, I told him not to score. You could hear him probably through this microphone as Hatch Cousins now has 17, but that is a bucket that Coach Judd McCullough did not want, certainly not a free throw to go along with it. Hatch Cousins comes off the court tonight, and I believe he is the front runner for the Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game. Devin Hatch Cousins called his name a bunch tonight for a variety of different reasons. Wholesale subs. So Rogers, if he puts this in, he will have 18 tonight. He does. And that sub will get Rogers out of the game as he leaves with a game-high 18 points. Well, lefty jumper and ripped down by the Wolves. That was Jaden Klanowski, I believe. And time expires. West Shamokin victorious tonight, 47-31. And the Wolves really took over in that second half, offensively and defensively. Really controlling the pace of play, not allowing Marion Center any open looks. And on the offensive side of the ball, started to score it from deep, as well as underneath the hoop with Hatch Cousins on second chance opportunities and in transition. So really an excellent second half by West Shamokin on the way to a 47-31 victory over the Marion Center Stingers. And as mentioned, this evening's Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game, Devin Hatch Cousins. What a night for that young man. Just tremendous all the way around, tons of hustle, great defense, scoring inside. I mean, Devin Hatch Cousins on the glass, offensive and defensive rebounds, some blocked shots, did it all tonight for the Wolves, so certainly deserving of our Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game award. Do you agree? Dave agrees. So a nice win here at home by the Wolves. taking care of business against the visiting Marion Center Stingers. Local rivals, as mentioned, not separated by all that much distance. The teams know each other well. It's always a big game no matter what the sport when the Stingers and Wolves go at it. And tonight, West Shamokin victorious here on the hardwood. So that's going to do it for Dave and myself. Remember, no games tomorrow, but a triple header on Thursday on the network. Armstrong girls, you're going to want to tune in for that one. Depending on what Emma Paul does tonight, she may be well within striking distance of 1,000 career points. She had 24 last night against North Hills, and I believe that put her 36 away going into tonight's game against Seneca Valley. So I'm going to have to wait and see and check in and find out what Emma Paul does tonight. But on Thursday, a very good chance that she could score her 1,000th point against Newcastle. The Red Hurricanes coming to town to face the Armstrong girls. We'll also have Freeport girls as they take on Knock. Always a good rivalry matchup when Freeport and Knock get together. Again, doesn't really matter what the sport. Local rivals going at it, so we'll have Freeport Knock girls as well on Thursday. And PIHL hockey, Armstrong hosting Hempfield. First place Riverhawks had a big week last week. Defeated Bishop McCourt and South Fayette to take over first place in the PIHL AA standings. So you're going to want to tune in for Thursday night's hockey action after the hoops. Thanks again to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and Katanning. Brian Brooks out here in Rural Valley, Damon Fermani in Katanning, and of course our friend Ryan Scorin at the Phoenix branch up in Portage. No matter where you're tuning in, there is a Phoenix Physical Therapy location near you, and they'll help you recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury. So check them out, phoenixphysicaltherapy.com. And thanks to Carson Boyer Funeral Home Incorporated and Monuments. Excuse me, I forgot the Monuments. They can assist you in what is obviously a difficult time. Carson Boyer, a longtime sponsor of High Top Sports Network's coverage of West Shamokin athletics. And thanks, of course, to Nicola Ann Photography, our player of the game sponsor tonight, and that is senior forward Devin Hatch-Cousins. Final score from the Wolves Den, 47-31, West Shamokin over Marion.